We are excited to be with Gary and Brooke from Sailing One Leg. It's like a park graveyard over here. Whoever said this was going to be fun and easy, well, I guess nobody said it was going to be easy, did they? We're ready to hit the road. I'm Melissa, and this is Ted. We bought a sailboat in the fall of 2024, and in real time, we're nearing the end of a huge refit. We're so glad you're here to catch up on the journey that brought us to this point. For now, we're back in Florida. The boat is snug and shrink wrapped in Massachusetts.
Yeah, and wrapped up and there for the winter. And
sleeping for the winter while we're in Florida.
We've got a lot to do this winter while Selah sleeps in the snow. We're reading about the systems on the boat, planning the upgrades we'll need to make, talking about solar panels and sails. The first thing to check off the list is learning how to use our new DJI Osmo Action camera.
It's an action camera with a stick. Yeah, it's recording.
Camera's actually on there?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Trying to see how it works in different lighting. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ted was very happy to do some fishing so that I could use the new camera to film some outdoor footage. This little park is just a 5-minute drive from my parents' house where we're staying for part of the winter. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for sharing your home with us.
We're at this cool rooftop restaurant, and we are excited to be with Gary and Brooke from Sailing One Leg and their newest crew member, Ridley. They're going to be here in 2 minutes to have lunch with us.
We had a wonderful time talking and getting to know each other. We've been following Brooke and Gary since they started their sailing journey over 6 years ago. They've been very inspirational to us in our personal journey to get on the water, and it was awesome to meet them in person.
This is stuff that we can bring.
The next order of business is moving our storage unit. Our stuff is currently in a 10 by 10 foot unit, and we're moving to a 5 by 10 foot unit, which will give us plenty of space at a much lower cost. The first step is to remove the boxes from the shelves so that we can transfer the shelves to the new space. It's super convenient that our new unit is only a few doors down from the old one, so we can carry most things by hand. Next, we're bringing the large boxes over to the shelves in the new unit. And now we're moving the smaller items by loading them in the Jeep and driving them over. We've found that using shelving 3 or 4 layers tall has really helped make the most of our storage space. This kind of shelving makes it easy to see the boxes and bins so we can find what we're looking for. We're down to the last few items. And it's empty. Our new space is organized and even has extra room for a few more items to be stored when we go back to the boatyard later in the spring.
We drove across the state to Fort Pierce to this marine parts liquidator.
We wanted to get an idea of what they have in stock. We'd been talking about possible ways to install solar panels on Selah, so Ted is looking at some frames that could be used as solar arches.
This looks like a place where boat parts come to die. It's like a park graveyard over here.
Wow. I don't think either one of us were prepared for the sheer size of this place and the number of boat parts that are crammed onto the shelves. We're making mental notes about parts we may need to buy later. I'm sure Ted could spend all day here, but we've got a party to go to in just a little while. Our next stop is a waterside restaurant in Merritt Island where Gary, Brooke, and Ridley are having a going-away party. In just a few days, they will board a plane to Australia and return to One Life, which has been stored in a boatyard for a few months while they've been in the States. It's been fun getting to know them, and we're excited for them to continue their travels, with a baby in tow this time. We found an adorable RV on Airbnb where we're spending the night. It's fun to stay in a small space, kind of like being on a sailboat. Today our son drove over from Orlando to visit the Kennedy Space Center in Titusville with us. The Space Center offers a wide variety of exhibits and immersive experiences, including the Rocket Garden, which displays rockets through history, the gigantic Vehicle Assembly Building, where rockets are built vertically, the Saturn V Center, featuring the largest rocket ever flown, Journey to Mars, which includes simulators focused on future deep space exploration, and the Space Shuttle Atlantis, which orbited Earth on 33 separate missions from 1985 to 2011, circumnavigating the Earth a total of 4,848 times. When we needed a break from studying boat manuals and taking online sailing classes, we'd spend time at this little waterside park. Today, we were lucky enough to see a beautiful sailboat tacking down the river to Tampa Bay. We're dreaming of the day when we finish our boat work and we're out on the water, raising the sails on Selah. And of course, we enjoyed spending time with family and friends while we were in Florida.
It can't roast the strawberries.
Yeah. I am looking at the moon eclipse, which is considered the blood moon. Very rare event, and it is 2:20 at night. And it's almost about to go down. You see it? We're gonna sliver away.
It's almost all the way covered now. Just a little sliver at the top. Rest of it is covered with the sun's shadow, right? Or the Earth's shadow. I forgot how it works.
Well, this is how it actually happens. A total lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth is directly between the Sun and the Moon, and the Earth casts its shadow on the lunar surface. This blocks direct sunlight from reaching the Moon and causes the Moon to have a coppery glow, creating the blood moon effect. A total lunar eclipse happens every 1.5 to 2 years, and this time it happened to be visible at our current location. And we're really enjoying this little condo complex that we have been renting for the past month, and we're here. We're going to be here until the end of April when we go back to Massachusetts. But Lovely Florida spring weather. This little condo is really cute. It's been very cozy. It's been a good place for us to stay. There's the kitchen, dining room, living room. It has this really great sun porch. As our time in Florida draws to a close, we're soaking up as much warmth as we can. It's 6 days until we leave Florida to go back to Massachusetts to start working on the boat again. And yeah, it's crazy. We've been here for months and we had this whole list of things that we needed to do, and we've been working on things, but it just seems like all of a sudden when, you know, there's 2 weeks left, we start getting stressed and going, we're never gonna get everything done. There's like so much stuff that we have to think about doing, just little loose ends to tie up. We got one of those virtual mailboxes so that all of our mail can be sent there while we're gone, and they'll open it and scan it for us, or they can forward it to us wherever we are at the time. We're starting to think about packing and trying to get everything done in these last few days and spend some more time with family while we're here. And yeah, looking forward to getting back up there, although it hasn't been very warm, so I'm hoping it warms up before we get there, at least in the 60s, please. Oh, wow, it's Monday and we are leaving Florida on Wednesday to drive up to Massachusetts, so we're like running around crazy trying to get everything done before we leave. There's all this last minute stuff, like we gotta drop stuff off in our safe deposit box at the bank and get things out of storage to bring with us to the boat and put things in storage that we're not going to need right now. We keep thinking of more things that have to get done before we leave, and it feels like we're in such a time crunch, but I know we'll get it all done somehow. Yeah, whoever said this was going to be fun and easy, well, I guess nobody said it was going to be an easy, did they? Just know, if you want to pack up your entire life and travel on a sailboat, there's going to be a lot of loose ends that need to be tied up.
So we're getting everything packed up. We're loading it up in an old Jeep that I have. But as you can see, there's stuff
back there.
Yeah. So we got to play Tetris with the boxes.
We're ready to load up the Jeep with the things that we're bringing from Florida up to Massachusetts to the boat, and this is the amount of cargo space we have to load everything. And ta-da! We're ready to hit the road. Okay, we're leaving this nice condo where we've been staying for a couple months for the last time. And we're gonna bring my car to storage, and we gotta run a couple more errands, and then we'll be on our way out of town. The sun is setting on our time in Florida, and we're so grateful for the time with family, for friends we got to know a little bit better, and for opportunities for relaxation and fun in the sun. Now we're ready to get back to work on Selah. She will need our time and attention to restore her to working condition and safety so that we can begin our traveling adventures. Next time, back in the boatyard.
One of the surveyor, he did moisture tests, and he said that in the rudder was moisture.
So we're gonna drill holes in the boat.
Oh my gosh. There's a short in the system. That's what the mechanic was dumping the water in when he was testing out the main diesel engine.
We're heading to the boatyard and we're gonna take advantage of the wind being in the right direction to take the mainsail down, and we're gonna pretend like we know what we're doing.
Right.